Well, this is kind of interesting. I was just about to start the video for weighing this truck, and here's one I recently sold to a local landscape company. Same exact truck. Except this truck that I'm driving now has the crossbox, and it has a longer wheelbase, so this truck's gonna be a little heavier. But yeah, that one there is almost a twin to this. Good to see it out working, making those guys money. We're using the Weigh My Truck app. We'll accept the fee. It's gonna hit my credit card. But this saves me from having to go inside and get a slip. It'll pull it up right on my phone, and I can print it out, email it to myself, whatever I need to do. Well, there you have it. That was pretty quick. So there's our weights. Yeah, there's my Discover card letting me know about the charge. So we're 10,540 pounds. That's with myself in the truck. And we're down under half a tank. So fuel will always vary. You know, you're gonna have different fuel at different times. And as you can see, I was averaging, I don't know if you can see it, 15.3 on the highway, miles per gallon. One of the big questions I get asked is turning radius on these trucks. So this is a two-wheel drive. The two-wheel drives do turn sharper than the four-wheel drive. They have a tighter wheel cut. But in general, truck this size, I can pull up to my building here and cut the wheel, and I can do a complete turnaround. It's no problem. I mean, plenty of room, don't have to do a three-point turn. So I can get myself turned around if I want to line up to the door and back in. Here's a shot of the backup camera. So it is useful. You can see that that is the hitch on the truck. So you could back up to a camera, or in this case, I can back up to the overhead door. Back to the weights here. The one number we want to pay attention to is the drive axle, 5,200 pounds. So what that's telling us is right now, empty, the way the truck sits, exactly the way it's set up, is there's 5,200 pounds resting on the rear axle. So that's everything from the wheel, the tire, the springs, the frame, the bed, you name it. The rear axle rating, that's important for payload. So this truck is a 5,500. The gross vehicle weight rating is 19,500 pounds. The rear axle rating is 13,500 pounds. So that is part of the consideration when you look at the weight of the truck, is that altogether the truck should not exceed 19,500 pounds, but keep in mind the rear axle should not exceed 13.5. So it, as always mentioned, it's a balancing act. So if you want to haul some material and pull a trailer, keep in mind, as we've discussed before, tongue weight pushing down on the hitch will subtract from payload on the truck. So it's always a good idea, if you do pull an equipment trailer that's loaded, it wouldn't hurt to have the trailer on with the equipment, go to the scales and see where you come in at, so you know exactly how your tongue weight is, and that'll also help you calculate what you can haul payload wise, and it'll give you an idea of a combination rating, truck and trailer, to make sure you don't exceed the combination rating for the truck. Now that we have the weight slip with hard numbers on it, it lets us take a look at two important numbers, which is total payload. So this truck can haul just about 4.5 tons, just under 9,000 pounds. If you go by the slip, you're looking at 8,960 pounds. And I've had several questions. Can you put 4 ton in this truck? You can, absolutely. 8,000 pounds is not a problem. There's room to do a little more. And also the rear axle, you have 8,300 in reserve on the rear axle because it's rated for 13.5. We came in at 5,200 on the rear. So there's 83 left, 8,960 total. And where that comes into play is you do get some weight transfer. Some of the weight, depending on where it's loaded in the bed, is going to transfer to the front axle. So that is a kind of general walkthrough for a 5,500, 19,500 GVW truck. You can build this in a 6,500 as well, but they do charge you. GM charges you to up the GVW, so you got to make a decision. Is it worth going from like a 19.5 up to a 22.5 or a 23? Do you want to spend thousands more to pick up that payload? It just depends on your use, day-to-day use. But this is an Ebby Flex landscape, aluminum, 11 foot 4 inch. Just want to get it up in the air, show you this hoist. This hoist is pretty neat. You know, this is a nice low profile, everything tucks in real nice. But Ebby builds a really nice product. Nice aluminum bed, nice strong cross sills and understructure. 11 foot 4, removable sides. So those sides come out, you can see there's handles. You just undo the latches. It's got the barn doors in the back. This one does have the heavy hitch plate. It has a camera. There's a shot inside the bed itself. There's a tarp tucked away up in there. But I've had several inquiries on this truck, and rather than guess, you can take the chassis weight based on the manufacturer, take the specs on the body, but by the time you actually made it to the truck, put the hoist, the subframe, the fluids, you might as well just go get it weighed. So that's what I like to do, is not guess and try to give you more accurate numbers to help you decide, is this the right truck for the job for what you're looking to do. If you're still with me at this point, I do appreciate it. I like to make these videos just to provide content information to answer questions about the trucks. I try to make it a point to provide information to help customers answer questions and solve problems, because ultimately that's what I consider myself, is a consultant and a problem solver. You might have trucks that are getting too old and you need to update your fleet. Maybe your trucks just aren't getting the job done. You need more capacity, maybe more towing, more payload. So every day I come into work to try to just answer questions and be a consumer advocate to help get you set up, to help you do your job. Because this is a tool. You bought this tool to go out and work and to earn a living with and to make money. And if you're going to do it, if you're going to invest, we better sit down and spec the right truck. And that's why this truck's not a 4500. Pay attention. You'll see a lot of dealers just, for some reason, maybe they fly by the seat of their pants, they can get their hands on a chassis. But if this was a 4500, it would really be lacking payload. So at a minimum, we like to build dumps as a 55 or a 6500. I do appreciate your time, and thanks for joining me. I used to be in the lawn care landscape industry for a long time, so I have an understanding of these trucks. I used to own these trucks and run them. Inside the building, I actually still have a few trucks. I still have equipment. Out here, I still mow with an X-Mark. So it gives me more of a kind of a one-on-one relationship with the lawn care landscape industry, because I can identify what their needs and what they're looking to do. And I do have a CDL. So I'm just not your average salesman that just said, oh, here, let's just stumble into a dealership and take a swing at selling trucks. I made a conscious decision to commit to this just because of the passion. I actually enjoy it. I like it. I get up every day, and it's a great career. And I appreciate everyone I get to meet and talk to. And YouTube has been a great way for me to just share with the world this little corner of the country where I work and what I do and what I can offer. So I do appreciate your time. Thanks for watching. Any questions or comments, leave them, and I'll try to keep working on videos. Take care and have a great day. I figured I'd sneak this in right at the end. No one will probably ever see this, but Brian's Lawn Maintenance, if you want to come out for a tour, I specifically built this building for a lawn care and landscape company. So if you want to come out and see the layout, the inside, the shelving, the lift, how everything's set up, I'd be glad to take you for a tour, show you a layout of the land and the pond as well. The pond came in great for hydro seeding. So just want to throw that out there. This is right at the end of the video. No one will probably ever see this. This video will probably get 200 views. It's totally fine. I really enjoy doing this. It's a great hobby. But Brian, if you see this, you want to come out, take a tour, get a hold of me, and I'll show you this Morton building.